Hello, everybody. I am back for another, well, not the Baltimore Rain video, but a NFL sports video entirely. This is my pick'ems for week number one. Um, let's start off with the opening night game. We got the Baltimore Ravens and Kansas City. I was going to take the Ravens. I think we can win this due to, I think last year, I think the team wants to play with a chip on their shoulder. I think they're going to want to get back to where they were from last year. I think Lamar Jackson's gonna want to prove himself. Um, they want to prove himself. I think the defense is gonna try to prove itself more, saying that because they, even though they lost a couple players, that they're not ready to be out just ready. And I think we could see some big impactful plays right at the gate with the Ravens. I think they will beat the Chiefs, like I say, 24-20. Then the game, Packers heading to the Eagles. I think the Eagles will win this. I'm gonna pick the Eagles. I think Jalen Hurts is a very good quarterback. I think similar to the Ravens, the Eagles are gonna want to prove themselves that last year wasn't a fluke, that they're ready to get back into it. I think they're the overall better team. I think even though they lost a few key pieces like Jason Kelsey and Fletcher Cox, that last year there wasn't that their last ride. I think they want to get back to where they were. I'm going to pick the Eagles and say 27-20. Now moving on to Sunday games. We got the Titans heading to Chicago. I'm going to say the Titans upset in Caleb Williams' first ever game. I'm going to say they upset, and I don't think Caleb Williams will be right. I think Caleb Williams will want to prove himself out the gate. I think he'll want to show that he's ready to go. But I think he's going to get a bit slightly overwhelmed by the Titans defense, and I do think he'll have a couple of key turnovers here and there. But I don't think it'll impact them too much. I think they'll just rub off the rust, get back into it next week. For the Titans, this could spark something big for them. Just my camera a bit. Um, I say the Titans win. I'm going to say 21-13. 21-13, Tennessee. New England heading to Cincinnati, Bengals easy. Um, Patriots not ready for this. I don't think they will be ready for this. I think the Bengals are the better team. Um, I think the Patriots O line is going to get overwhelmed by the Bengals pass rush early. I think that perception to throw a couple picks. I think defensively, I think the Bengals are going to get a bit slightly overwhelmed. I think Joe Burrow's want to prove himself that he's not injury prone, that the time he wants to come back out there. I think D Higgins and Jamar Chase are going to be both be playing for big contracts, so they both might have really good days. I'm going to say the Bengals win. I'm going to say 28-10. Pittsburgh Steelers into Atlanta. I've been taking the Steelers all preseason. I'm still going to take them here. I still don't trust the Falcons. I still I still think Kirk Cousins will start off the season rusty. I still think the Falcons defense ain't quite at the top yet, even if the moves they made are really great. I think the Steelers I think the Steelers are the better coach team. I think the Steelers are the better run team. I think the Steelers defense is a lot better because of that. I think this is going to be low scoring. I'm going to say 17-14 final score there. Carolina and the New Orleans. I think the Saints are going to win. I think just like last year, I think Derek Carr is going to start the season off really good. I think just like last year, Panthers are still off the season pretty bad. I think this I think since Dennis Allen and Derek Carr are both playing for jobs, I think they'll both have some really good games to prove themselves. I'm gonna say the Saints win. I'm gonna say 23-13. Jacksonville and Miami. I think the Dolphins are gonna win just like last year. Dolphins started off hot. They'll continue to start off hot. I think Trevor Lawrence is gonna have a good game. I think Jaguars offense is gonna have a good game, but I think their defense is gonna put them in. I think the Dolphins are just gonna be too overwhelming there. I'm gonna say 31-24 will be my score. Arizona and the Buffalo. I think the Bills are gonna win pretty easily here. Bills are the better run team. Have Bills are the better overall team. I think the Bills with Josh Allen, with a good defense, with James Cook, with their tight end duo, I think the Bills are gonna prove themselves early. I'm gonna say they win 27-21. Um, Minnesota and to the Giants. I think the Giants win pretty easily. I don't think the Vikings are going to be very good this year. I also don't think the Giants are going to be very good this year. But I also think the Giants are the better team. They should have the better defense. They might have the better quarterback, although shooting between Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold ain't the best thing in the world. I think the Giants, even with, I think the Vikings have the better running game and receiving game than the Giants. So they might have the better offense, but I think the Giants defense will overwhelm the Vikings offense enough, especially with Sam Darnold, that it'll cost them. I'm going to say 17-13. And Giants up on top. Houston, and I think will win week one against Indianapolis. I think CJ Stroud's the better quarterback than Anthony Richardson. I think the Texans offense is better overall than the Colts. The Bucs have the better overall defense, better coaching. I also like their moves that they made in the offseason more than I like the Colts. Bringing in a guy like Stephon Diggs. Honestly, I can't even tell you right now what the best move the Colts made. I mean, they tried to make a move for Calvin Ridley, and they tried to make a move for L'Jarius Sneed, and they tried to make a move for a couple other guys, but it all didn't work. The Texans win. I am going to say they win 30-20. Denver, Seattle. I'm gonna take the Seahawks win. I think Bo Nix might have a good game, but I think the Seahawks are the better overall team. I think Bo Nix will have a good game, but similar to Jaguars and Dolphins, I think it'll be a bit overwhelming by the end of it. And I think the Broncos defense will give up a late touchdown to basically ice it. I'm going to say 34-24. The Seahawks will put up the most points this week. Commander at the Buccaneers. I'm going to take the Bucs easy. I think this is an easy game for the Buccaneers to win. Commanders are going to be a good team this year. I think they'll show. Don't say they're going to be a good team necessarily, just an improving team. Like for a couple of weeks they'll be bad, but I think by mid-season and three quarters of the way through they'll actually be relatively decent. I think the Buccaneers win. I am going to say 30-17. Chargers, Raiders. Give me the Chargers. The Chargers win. They have the better quarterback. They they have the better offensive line. They have the better defense. I say the Chargers win 27-24. Yeah, Dallas, Cleveland. I'm gonna take the Cowboys. I think this is a pretty. I think this will be a game that is pretty one-sided to begin with. I think the Browns will try to make a push to come back, but by then it'll be too late. It's a 28-17. Um, Rams, Lions. Give me the Lions. Unlike this game, I think the Lions will prove themselves once again. I do think this game will be relatively close between the two teams. I think they'll both go back and forth. I think it'll come down to 5-second touchdown and field goal. There'll be one possession. I am going to say 28 to 24. And finally, the Jets and the 49ers. Give me the 49ers pretty easily. I think the Jets are going to have a decent game if Rodgers stays healthy, but I think Rodgers will start to show his age, plus the fact that the 49ers are always been his one weakness, the beat of a team to beat. And I think as a result, the 49ers win 30-24. Yeah, 30-24. So yeah, those are my picks for week number 1. The Ravens 24, Kansas City 20, 21-13 Tennessee, 27-20 Philadelphia, 28-10 New England, 17-14 Pittsburgh, 13-23 New Orleans, 31-24 Miami, 27-21 Buffalo, 17-13 Minnesota, 30-20 Houston, 34-24 Seattle, 30-17 Tampa Bay, 27-24 LA, 28-17 Dallas, 28-24 Detroit, and San Fran 30-24. So that's everything for week number 1. I will see you guys next week for this, and I will see you guys later.